Every effective measurement program begins with clear definitions of incident categories, severities, and priorities. Categories help identify what type of event occurred, such as unauthorized access, data disclosure, or service outage, while severities reflect potential business impact. Priority levels guide resource allocation so that high-impact events receive immediate attention. Confusing these terms leads to chaos during crisis, when minutes matter most. For instance, labeling every issue as critical floods response channels and hides genuine emergencies. A disciplined taxonomy lets teams know exactly which playbook to follow, which notifications to send, and which timelines to meet. In practice, clarity here saves valuable time and ensures consistency across shifts and regions. Closely related is mean time to respond, known as MTTR, which measures how long it takes to contain and resolve an incident after detection. This metric reflects the team's coordination, authority, and technical capability. When analysts can isolate affected systems and deploy remediation steps quickly, MTTR drops. But response time can stretch when teams lack clear roles or escalation paths. For example, a cloud credential compromise handled by too many approval layers may take hours longer than necessary. Tracking MTTR encourages continuous improvement in processes, tools, and training. Ultimately, the shorter the response time, the less the overall business disruption. Containment, eradication, and recovery are distinct phases that also benefit from timing analysis. Containment stops the bleeding, eradication removes the root cause, and recovery restores normal service. Each phase can have its own target times to measure efficiency. Suppose a ransomware event is contained within 1 hour, eradicated within 6, and systems restored within 12. Those numbers create benchmarks that future responses can compare against. Timing across these phases often highlights bottlenecks, such as delayed forensic imaging or slow patch deployment. By documenting each phase precisely, teams can set realistic objectives and spot areas where automation or procedural streamlining could improve resilience. Accurate timing, however, depends on strong data quality and well-defined clock starts. Without clear definitions, numbers lose meaning. Does MTTR begin when an alert triggers or when a ticket is opened? Do multiple overlapping incidents share a timeline? These questions matter because inconsistent measurement leads to misleading conclusions. Establishing exact definitions for start and stop points ensures comparability across incidents and teams. For example, starting the clock at first analyst acknowledgement rather than system detection may better reflect human workload. Inconsistent timestamps can also arise from unsynchronized clocks between systems, so maintaining a unified time source like NTP is crucial. Reliable data foundations make every metric trustworthy and actionable. Trend analysis transforms individual metrics into insight over time. By tracking detection and response averages across months, analysts can see whether the organization is improving or backsliding. Recurrence patterns reveal which threat types or systems cause repeated issues. For instance, a spike in credential-based attacks could indicate weak password hygiene or gaps in multi-factor enforcement. Recognizing these patterns guides resource investment toward the most pressing weaknesses. Visualization tools can make trends easy to interpret for both technical staff and executives, turning raw data into meaningful stories. Trend analysis ensures that lessons learned from one event scale into preventive action across the enterprise. Action items, owners, and due dates give structure to remediation efforts following root cause analysis. It is not enough to know what went wrong. Teams must assign responsibility for fixing it. Each action should be specific, measurable, and time-bound, such as updating a firewall rule set or retraining staff within 30 days. Owners ensure accountability, while due dates keep momentum. Without this follow-up, lessons fade and recurrence becomes likely. For example, if an insecure configuration is identified but no one owns the fix, it may persist unnoticed. Tracking completion rates of corrective actions provides another useful performance metric, reinforcing the discipline of continuous improvement. Verification ensures that fixes and safeguards truly work as intended. After changes are made, they must be tested to confirm the vulnerability no longer exists and that no new issues were introduced. Verification might involve retesting an exploit path, reviewing access logs, or simulating another incident scenario. This step closes the feedback loop between response and prevention. For instance, applying a patch without validation may leave underlying dependencies unaddressed. Documenting verification also provides confidence to leadership that remediation efforts produce measurable security gains. Effective verification practices turn incident management into an engine of operational reliability rather than reactive repair. Reporting to leadership and regulators is another critical outcome of the measurement process. Executives require concise metrics and clear narratives that explain business impact and recovery progress. Regulators may require evidence of detection and response timelines to confirm due diligence. Translating technical data into business language allows decision-makers to evaluate investments and risk posture effectively. For example, showing how average response time improved by 50% after a new monitoring tool helps justify ongoing funding. Transparent reporting builds trust internally and externally, demonstrating that incidents are managed systematically and lessons are continually integrated into governance processes. Integration with the broader risk management and roadmap functions ensures that insights from incidents influence future priorities. Metrics should feed into enterprise risk registers, and root causes should inform the security roadmap. If a trend shows repeated endpoint infections, roadmap items might include enhanced EDR deployment or improved asset visibility. Linking operational data with strategic planning closes the loop between daily response and long-term resilience. This integration prevents metrics from becoming isolated numbers and turns them into living inputs for decision-making. It also strengthens communication between technical and business teams, aligning everyone toward shared goals of reduced risk and improved response maturity. Evidence collection underpins the entire metrics and analysis process. Incident tickets, chat logs, forensic timelines, and exported metrics provide the proof needed for audits and continuous improvement. Keeping this evidence organized ensures reproducibility and transparency. For instance, if an auditor requests documentation for an incident, the team should be able to show how times were measured, actions were tracked, and verification was performed. Structured evidence also supports trend analysis, since historical data becomes easily searchable. The integrity of these records reflects the maturity of the program itself, signaling that the organization treats incident management as a measurable and auditable discipline. An effective incident program is both measurable and learning-oriented. Metrics without reflection can become vanity numbers, and analysis without metrics can become speculation. Together, they form a balanced cycle: measure, analyze, act, and verify. Over time, this rhythm creates a culture of transparency, accountability, and adaptability. Each incident becomes less of a disruption and more of an opportunity to refine defenses and strengthen trust. A mature program not only restores operations quickly, but also evolves with each challenge, proving that true resilience is built through measurement, insight, and persistent improvement.